Have you ever watched a Sigma male effortlessly dismantle society's expectations, rewrite the rules, and vanish into the shadows? The system's playbook is built on conformity, yet a Sigma moves off-grid, guided only by his own unwavering code of honor. Welcome back to Unshakable Sigma. In today's episode, we'll expose how an independent mind cracks the invisible cage of social norms. You'll discover why autonomy is the ultimate rebellion, and how strategic invisibility becomes your greatest shield. We'll delve into the art of mastering emotions, so you can stay calm while others are manipulated by fear and desire. You'll learn the secrets of silent influence, building power through quality connections rather than empty status games. Financial independence is next, showing you how to break free from the paycheck cycle and fund your own destiny. Finally, we'll reveal the blind spots in every system and how to leverage yours for unstoppable growth and impact. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear blueprint to shatter expectations, thrive outside the hierarchy, and become the true force the system can't control. Stick around and let the Sigma within you grow. It starts right now. Let's dive in. 1. The invisible cage. Every system, from government to corporate culture, thrives on predictable patterns. We follow unwritten rules, mold our behavior around expectations, and rarely question why we do what we do. That invisible framework shapes our decisions, our ambitions, and even our relationships. It pressures us to conform, to fit a mold crafted by tradition and authority. Most men comply, trading authenticity for acceptance. We become cogs in a vast machine, our unique strengths dulled by routine. But Sigma males see through this facade. They recognize the cage before it closes and choose a different path. Instead of marching in lockstep with the crowd, they walk alone, guided by their own compass. This independence unnerves the system, which relies on conformity to maintain control. When you refuse to follow the script, you break the cycle. The system loses its grip, its power slipping through the cracks. For a Sigma male, freedom is non-negotiable. He refuses to be tamed or categorized. That is the true threat, a man who cannot be controlled. Every norm, from the scripts we speak to the rituals we follow, upholds the guardrails of conformity. When a man chooses self-sovereignty over social approval, he shatters those guardrails. 2. Who are Sigma males? Sigma males defy simple classification. They're not alphas leading the charge, nor betas following the herd. They exist outside that hierarchy, self-sufficient and introspective. Think of the lone wolf, highly capable, fiercely independent, and unwilling to beg for recognition. They value competence over title, substance over spectacle. While others scramble for status, Sigmas quietly build skills and assets that can never be taken away. They speak only when they have something of value to say and listen to learn, not to reply. That selective engagement makes them unpredictable and irresistible to those who crave authenticity. Sigmas are comfortable in solitude, not because they hate people, but because they love their own company more. They recharge alone, study strategy, and prepare for opportunities the system never saw coming. That very unpredictability disrupts every blueprint designed to corral individuals into neat boxes. A Sigma's path grows wherever he chooses to tread, and the system lacks the tools to track or control him. 3. Autonomy as rebellion. In a world obsessed with membership and belonging, autonomy is the ultimate act of rebellion. Sigma males reject groupthink, refusing to follow trends just because they're popular. They absorb information critically, then decide which ideas truly align with their purpose. This level of independence scares any institution built on collective compliance. When you refuse to join the club, you expose its weaknesses. You show that success doesn't require validation or permission. Corporations design loyalty programs. Governments legislate behavior. Social networks engineer algorithms to keep you scrolling and compliant. Sigmas opt out of these traps. They invest in skills, assets, and relationships that transcend algorithms and policies. Every move they make, whether building a business, mastering a craft, or forging a strategic alliance, happens on their own terms. That self-governance undermines the narrative that we must rely on external structures to succeed. It's the quiet revolution nobody sees until it's too late. 4. Social invisibility. Sigma strength often lies in remaining under the radar. While alpha personalities draw attention, sigma males use anonymity as armor. They draft plans in the shadows, avoiding the spotlight until execution. This invisibility frustrates systems that thrive on data and visibility metrics. When you vanish from the usual channels, corporate ladder, social media feeds, clique gatherings, you become impossible to predict or monetize. Even in large organizations, a sigma contributor can quietly outshine peers without triggering envy or sabotage, because few know they're there. In social circles, they appear only when their presence delivers real value, insight, solutions, or unshakable calm. Their reputation is built on results, not posts. That stealth approach means no one builds a profile on you, no performance reviews, no engagement stats, so you move freely, adapt faster, and strike where the system least expects it. 5. Mastery over emotions. Emotional intelligence is prized, but sigma males take it a step further. They master their own emotions. They recognize triggers, use discomfort as fuel, and never let anger or fear dictate decisions. This mastery unsettles any regime that exploits emotional reactions to shape behavior. Advertisers manipulate desires. Politicians stoke outrage. Peer groups leverage FOMO. Sigmas detach from emotional manipulation, analyzing every influence through logic first, then intuition. They see the puppet strings and decide whether to pull or cut them. That level of self-control grants clarity. Goals become strategic objectives, not emotional whims. When a sigma negotiates, he isn't swayed by posturing. When he invests, he isn't blinded by hype. This calm, rational presence gives him power in negotiations, relationships, and personal growth, rendering fear-based tactics obsolete. 6. Unconventional thinking. Systems are built on standardized processes and best practices. Sigma males question those standards. They ask, why? Until they reach first principles. Then they innovate from the ground up. This radical curiosity turns obstacles into experiments and failures into data. Corporate R&D labs might spend months on small improvements. Sigmas leapfrog them by challenging the very assumptions those labs accept without question. That kind of innovative thinking keeps systems on the back foot. They can't optimize a process that never follows the expected path. Whether launching a side hustle, designing a lifestyle business, or hacking personal productivity, Sigmas reject because that's how it's always been done. They create new paradigms. And once you redefine the rules, the old system has no answer but to watch you pass it by. 7. Building silent influence. Influence usually demands visibility. Thousands of followers, glossy campaigns, public accolades. Sigmas cultivate a different kind of influence, silent, strategic, and deeply rooted. They invest time in one-on-one connections, mentorships, and coalitions of the willing. Their network isn't about numbers, it's about true allies who move mountains together. When a Sigma speaks, his voice carries weight because it's earned, not purchased. Systems that rely on mass messaging can't replicate that authenticity. You can't manufacture a Sigma's credibility. It emerges only through consistent competence and unbreakable integrity. As more of the right people align behind a Sigma vision, walls collapse without a public announcement. That organic, understated authority is a quietly devastating force. 8. Financial independence. Money is power, and Sigma males pursue financial independence relentlessly. They diversify income streams, invest in assets rather than liabilities, and prioritize cash flow over status symbols. While the average man works 9 to 5 for a paycheck, a Sigma builds systems that generate income around his own schedule. Passive and semi-passive models, investments, digital products, niche services become the backbone of his freedom. That breaks the economic leash most people never notice. When you control your own revenue, you no longer need approval from bosses or shareholders. You answer only to your principles and market demand. That financial autonomy is a direct threat to any institution that expects you to stay compliant in exchange for a salary. 9. Relentless self-improvement. The system markets quick fixes. Get rich fast, hack your health in a week, go viral today. Sigmas see through the hype. They commit to slow, consistent progress. Micro habits stack into macro transformations. They read voraciously, train intensely, and reflect deeply. Every setback becomes a lesson. every success a stepping stone. This relentless pursuit of excellence breeds skills and resilience that short-term trends can't touch. Systems designed around quick returns can't handle someone who isn't chasing the next hack, but building a fortress of capability. Sigmas grow steadily, outlasting fads, outpacing competition, and redefining what success means on their own terms. 10. Breaking the approval game. Approval is currency in social systems. Likes, shares, promotions. Sigma males decline that economy. They choose authenticity over applause, purpose over permission. That rejection of external validation unmoors them from every rule designed to keep them in line. When you don't play the approval game, you undermine the entire framework that rewards conformity. You no longer need to tailor your message to algorithms or boardrooms. You can speak your truth, build your vision, and trust that genuine value will attract the right audience. That radical honesty is both liberating and terrifying for systems built on curated facades and manufactured consensus. 11. The system's blind spot. Every mechanism has a blind spot. For the system, it's the independent operator who doesn't generate predictable data points. You won't see a sigma on spreadsheets of user engagement or corporate performance metrics. He operates off-row-grid, building momentum where the system doesn't even look. That gives him a strategic advantage. Surprise! By the time institutions recognize a pattern, a sigma has already moved on to the next frontier. This asymmetry of attention and action is the core of his power. The system can't adapt to what it can't measure. Conclusion. It's time to step out of the pews and onto your own stage. Question every norm, sharpen your autonomy, and master your emotions. Build skills no insider system can revoke. Cultivate relationships founded on authenticity, and generate income that fuels your freedom. Let your silent influence grow until it cannot be ignored. Challenge the rules. Don't wait for permission to rewrite them. When you do, you become the system's greatest threat and your own greatest ally. If you're ready to claim that power, smash the like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below and tell me which Sigma trait you'll master first. Remember, stay positive, stay strong, and as always, stay Sigma. See you in the next episode.